I guess I'll say it because I don't feel like, extending this out. I am quitting my job. I am moving home to spend time with my family for a month, and I am... Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki Mate. If you've been here before, hey friend, and if you haven't, hello. This is going to be a bit of a different video. Not necessarily super different, but it's a lot more chatty. Grab your food, sit down, we're gonna chit chat for a second. If you've seen the title, I have quit my job. Today is Friday and my last day was on Wednesdays. It doesn't necessarily feel like I quit yet. It just feel like I'm taking a few days off. It's just a lot going on, y'all. I am in the middle of moving. Look at all of this. Does it look like I move out in a couple of days? It certainly does not. I am literally stressed. It's just a lot going on right now. It's a lot of changes that are happening and I am super nervous, I guess. Hello.
Welcome back.
I have to have a conversation with you.
You're resigning, aren't you? I know you've been checked out for a while.
Well, yes.
You've been checked out.
Yeah.
You see my point?
I know.
You've been like MIA mentally.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you going?
So I'm not going anywhere. I'm taking a year off, but I am moving home for a month in like 2 weeks. Yeah. Oh my God, my body's shaking. I literally feel like, yeah.
Don't be sad. You know I've always got what's best for you. You know that?
Yeah.
I know something's been up.
That's why so much of my family was in town this past week.
Yeah,
So
what
like,
do you do? We're
yeah,
friends forever.
yeah.
Yeah?
I feel like I'm about to cry.
Come on.
No, listen. Hey y'all, so this is like a day later from when you saw me in the office with my boss. I quit my job. Today I went into the office to talk a little bit more about when my last day would be because I had a lot of flexibility in when I wanted to leave. My ideal scenario was for me to work up until change happened, until I really could work anymore. But that did not happen, and I was certain that it wasn't going to go like by perfectly, but we're still kind of going back and forth on when my exact last day will be, just because I want to get as much money as possible. And if you know, I work in sales, so I would rather get my commission check for this quarter. Yeah, I don't know. I was feeling fine and normal yesterday. It just felt like a normal day. Today, I've been feeling fine and normal all day until I got on the train, and I was like reflecting on the train as one does and thinking about the conversation that I had with my boss. I have a very good relationship with my boss because she was my mentor at a previous company when I worked at the New York Times. And so she got me this job where I'm at now at the Washington Post. She saved me from when I was at Twitter, like when all of the Elon Musk stuff was going on and I was possibly about to lose my job or it just was very uncertain. She gave me this opportunity. So she has been somewhat of a friend for me. She has been a friend for me because we were just talking. I felt like I was just talking to a friend and not my boss. I was talking to her and I was telling her that I am really nervous about quitting my job simply because I have never had an experience in my life. Ever since I've started working, I've not experienced what it really felt like to not work. The most that I've gone without working was probably like 1-2 months. But I've always had jobs. In college, I had 3 jobs. You know, I've had 2 jobs here and there. You know, I've always worked. I've always hated my jobs. She was telling me this experience, which y'all don't know about, and I will tell y'all at the end of the video. But this experience is gonna change you forever. We were just having a deep conversation and I told her I was very nervous about quitting my job because I've quit jobs. Like y'all know me, I quit down, okay? Like I will quit a job in a heartbeat, but I've never quit a job without the intention of applying for something else. It feels like an honoring moment for myself. And I started talking about my depression a bit. And I know I've talked to y'all about it several times of how I feel that the majority of my life has been spent feeling sad, unhappy to be alive, and not interested in life. And to now finally be at a place where I'm even afraid to like not be alive. I have fear of passing. I think that there's a middle ground that I can probably get to so that I don't have that fear and anxiety there. But it is really exciting to be excited and interested in living. And this, what I'm about to do, is living. It is living. This is living personified, right? Like getting out of the rat race and pursuing and going after things that will make me happy. Maybe not even make me happy. Let's remove happiness. Things that will help with my own self journey. Everything that I'm doing in the next month or so is all about me leaning into me depending on me experiencing life, me finding out more about myself. And it's just so interesting to think about who you were just a few years ago and reflecting on where you were mentally just a few years ago and think about, where you are right now. I just feel really grateful, and I really thank God that He's brought me such a long way, that I even have the ability to even be able to quit my job with no idea of when I'm going to return to working or if that's something that's going to happen, or still trying to figure things out. I guess I'll say it because I don't feel like extending this out. I am quitting my job. I am moving home to spend time with my family for a month, and I am traveling for 12 months, 12 countries, a month per country. I will be traveling across the world for 12 months, spending a month in each country. And that is really huge, to be able to stop everything that you're doing and to just travel. Like, what? Like, to even think that I am financially capable of doing that is a blessing on its own. This is all very new, and I haven't made much money from doing this and showing up here, showing up on shorts and all of that, because I'm walking away from a lot. I need y'all to understand this. I'm gonna help y'all better understand like what I'm necessarily walking away with, and you're probably gonna think I'm insane and crazy. This job, last year I didn't make much money. I work in sales, so a lot of my money is based on commission. Not all of it. I'm still salary based, but bonuses and commission checks and all of that are a huge contributor to my financial profile, right? And this year is going so goddamn well, y'all. This year is going so incredibly well. If I was to stay until the end of the year, let's say if I was to stay until the beginning of January, I will be walking away with well above 6 figures. I will be walking away with well above 6 figures in commission alone. And it would be my biggest commission check today. The 6 figures that I would have anticipated for the end of the year, because my year is going so incredibly well. That is what I'm walking away from. That's what I'm walking away from. To have an eat, pray, love year. Going to be walking away from that, traveling for a year, going to Europe, to Asia, South America, giving up on my job, fully leaning into me. Maybe this pops up. Maybe I start making an income where I feel comfortable to rely on this alone, and I come back home and I don't go back into corporate America. Or maybe I come up with an idea and I got a product and I'm fully leaned into myself. Or maybe none of that happens and I have to actually go back to corporate America. All of that is fine. The reason why it's fine is because I spent years building my resume. I spent years building a great resume. I spent years building great bullet points to go in my resume. I've spent years working my ass off. So I know that, considering the market, obviously like things are a little bit murky and people are having a hard time finding a job. But I know that with the resume and the work that I've done, the industry that I am in, and if I needed to come back when all of this is over, when all of this is said and done, if I needed to come back and find a job, I would be able to find a job, because work will always be there. Even though the market is crazy right now, people are always going to be hiring. This experience, I might not always have access to doing something like this. This is a very hard thing for me to choose or decide to commit to. And I thought about it probably about early last year. This came to mind, and this was something that I already thought I was going to do sometime like mid last year. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. And I'm scared. I'm nervous. There is a lot of fear there. So out of the box for something that I would ever even think about doing. I don't have kids. I don't have a man. You know what I mean? I'm not in a relationship. It's me. And I have to depend on me. I am prayerful, and I believe in God, and I believe that God will protect me, and I believe that God presented me with this opportunity, and I've been praying, and I've been praying, and I've been praying, and I've been saying, God, if this is not it, I need you to throw something in the way to throw things off so that I don't have to do this trip. Nothing has come up. knock on wood, nothing has come up yet. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. That has been the big kept secret, is that I will be traveling. And of course, y'all are going to be coming along with me for the journey. But it's really interesting to see how much growth I've been able to have. It's really interesting to see like how much growth I've been able to have. And I really thank God for helping me. And I really thank God for keeping me and showing me that my life is worth living, because I just wasn't interested in, I would have never been interested in doing something like this. I would have never been interested in living, period. And that sounds really like a lot, but it is very much so. I don't know what other way to explain it. I didn't want to be here, you know? And to go from not wanting to be here at all to like wanting to quit my job, travel the world, and lean into like something that I want to do, spend my time focusing on all of this content and just really getting good at my craft in this world, which is still very brand new. For me, I know that God has me. And I know that whatever direction, whatever path he puts me on, that everything will be well worth the ride. And I know that he has some incredible things set up for me. And I believe and I trust in God for the opportunities that he has planned and made out just for me. Plan right now is for me to move home because I want to spend time with my family. I'll only be there for like a month, and I'll be packing the road and going to my first destination for a month, then going to the next destination for month 2, and then going to the next destination, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. God is so good. I thank you, God, for bringing me such a long way. So behind on videos, y'all. I am literally like so incredibly behind. I have some videos that I gotta post on Shorts. I'm about to go up on my roof and edit, since it feels like such a good day. Today it's like 80 degrees outside. Put some sunscreen on because I went up there a couple of days ago and my skin is just a little flaky. I might end it here. So if I do, complete the heart for me? Question mark? I don't know. Happy you guys know. T, I filled you in. Are you happy? I have to figure out how I'm going to make the announcement on my social. Y'all get the news here before anybody else. No plans on sharing that yet.